It's weird. Okay, here we go.
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marcus Deeds, aka Mark Havoc. I am here with Rob. He has a shitty ghost shirt on. Rob, how you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So what's going on with you?
I think I have like some allergy issue. It's a little windy and rainy outside, so I think I'm a little.
Yeah, you're a little.
I'm a little.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with that. How are you feeling?
I'm good. We haven't used this studio in a little bit, so it's been a while.
I have like a holy light behind me. I have like a praise Jesus thing going on behind me. It's like, it's nice. I like it.
Now I remember. Yeah, Bruce, when we did this, Bruce would sit over to my right.
Yes, and I would be over here on the end, and my wife would be sitting off camera and hanging out and laughing at our stupidity.
And
so it's nice to be back, Rob.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So I have a few things I'd like to talk about. Do you have anything that you would like to talk about today on this wonderful...
So what do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? Rob, question.
Yes.
What was your favorite WrestleMania?
Ooh, my favorite WrestleMania.
Yes. WrestleMania. Your favorite?
I'm not a WrestleMania guy. I'm a Royal Rumble guy. But if I'm going to do a WrestleMania, maybe when it's a memorable WrestleMania. Maybe what was the one? Was that Rock versus Stone Cold? Was that a WrestleMania or SummerSlam?
That was a SummerSlam.
Yeah. Maybe when Seth Rollins wins the belt. When he interrupts the Roman Reigns and
that was a kind of recent one. That was the last 5 years.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time because I'm not. Ironically enough, I'm not a big WrestleMania fan. I'm a Royal Rumble guy. To me, that's just so much better.
Okay.
But I will say, anything during the Attitude Era. But there's nothing sticking out in my mind.
My favorite was WrestleMania 2000.
Okay, was that when you had they had
the three-way TLC match?
Yes. Oh, yes.
With the Hardys and Edge and Christian and the Dudleys.
Yes, that was amazing.
That was such a monumental event. It was huge. It was a big deal. I honestly can't remember anything else that happened on that WrestleMania. It was probably The Rock and Stone Cold, or Rock and Triple H and.
Well, 2001 is when you had the invasion, right? Or was that?
Well, yeah, that was the year of the WCW invasion. So,
I could tell you my favorite match of all time.
Okay,
that's easy.
In a WrestleMania event,
anywhere.
Okay,
all time. The ladder match with Jeff Hardy and Undertaker,
where Jeff earned Undertaker's respect.
Yes. Taker, you haven't beaten me yet.
Yes.
So come on, it's just a boy.
Yeah.
Go listen to him.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the best.
That was such a good match because it elevated Jeff Hardy into singles competitor competitionness. You know, he was legit. He wasn't just a tag team wrestler anymore.
No, I mean that was something else. That was something else. And he didn't just for me, a good match is I want you to make me believe it.
Okay.
Like yesterday, it was Dynamite and it was RoH versus I'm blanking out. Nyla Rose.
Okay.
And RoH keeps trying to suplex her.
And that's just unbelievable. Like, why would she even try that?
Right, and she keeps trying to suplex Nyla Rose over and over and over again. Nyla Rose is gigantic.
Is there a point when that becomes ridiculous and you're just like, all right.
I'm suspending belief.
Yes.
But the idea was eventually, after like the fifth attempt, Nyla Rose... She takes Nyla Rose's momentum, and at that point, it's not Nyla Rose is being suplexed; it's Nyla Rose is falling, and RoH has her arms around her waist. But that's the thing. RoH is 91 pound Japanese girl, and then you got Nyla Rose, who's freaking linebacker. That's the kind of matches where I'm like, all right,
Well, they recently had that on the second episode of RoH. The first match was Tony Deppen, who's probably 5'8" and maybe 175 pounds, wrestling Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe is like Nyla, a linebacker, and you have to look at this like, do we really even think Tony Deppen has a chance?
No. That's the same feeling I got a while back. They did something on Monday Night Raw where they had Rhea Ripley in a trios match, and they try to make WWE tries to always retcon things.
Okay.
When it comes to women wrestling the men, they're like, "Oh, there was no China. That never happened."
Right.
Wow, Rhea Ripley's wrestling a guy.
Amazing.
And the guy she was trying to wrestle was, and I'm blanking out because they only used him for the 24/7 matches.
Oh.
Who was the Asian guy for that?
Yang?
No.
I'm trying to think of Asian guys in WWE.
Yeah, he dresses up like a ninja. That's his gimmick.
Oh, I have no idea who you're talking about. I literally don't watch WWE enough to know who the ninja Asian guy is. So
he's a little guy, and Akira Tozawa.
Okay.
And
Tozawa.
So she had a spot where she's supposed to suplex him.
Okay.
And she goes to actually lift him up. He doesn't jump into it.
He just sandbags her?
He sandbags her, and you see her eyes bug out of her skull.
That would just... Listen, we're professionals. We're in a ring. We're professionals. I'm supposed to suplex you. You're supposed to jump into it. You know what I mean?
He doesn't.
If you sandbag me, I'm punching you in the back of the head.
And the look on her face is you could see her eyes explode. She probably almost got a hernia.
Yeah.
Trying to lift him because he's just dead. He's dead fish.
Well, see, this is how I feel. Okay.
Dead weight.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I have to be completely honest. And this is kind of going to segue into something else later, but Rey Mysterio matches. You know, you have Rey Mysterio, and he's always the underdog. He's always the smallest guy, and he's fighting people like Big Show.
Right.
And he's fighting people like the Great Khali. He's fighting people like Undertaker, and you expect me to believe
Diesel.
You expect me to believe Rey Mysterio. He's what, 5'5"?
Yeah, and if that.
110 pounds soaking wet.
And remember WCW with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
Remember when he first took his mask off?
Yeah.
And fucking Kevin Nash laughed at him?
Yeah. Now, technically speaking, he's a luchador. Was he ever really allowed to put the mask back on?
I don't think he was. I think once you lose your mask,
that's it. It's
mask
for
off,
life.
It's for life.
But whatever. I guess because he was in a new promotion and he thought it was just lost to time.
Maybe he just, maybe he got the pass. Maybe he got the inward pass. Maybe he got
the inward pass.
Maybe
the M word, the mask word.
The mask. He got the lucha pass. But yeah, it's hard for me to see little guys fight much larger guys and want to believe that the little guy has a chance.
Like when they would do Leo Rush. When they would do Leo Rush, Leo Rush was 5'7". He was a physical specimen. I'm 5'7", but this dude is built. Mm-hmm. He can do it.
Yeah.
But they were never putting him up against 7 foot tall guys, 6.5 foot tall guys.
Well, see, I couldn't see being a booker and doing that to my guy. You know
what's
what
the point? It's a squash match.
I want things to be believable.
It's either going to be a squash match or
make him fight all the girls.
Yeah, and WWE's done that too.
Yeah,
they've done that many times.
How many intergender matches has Rey Mysterio had in his career? Do you think?
I can't think
5,
because
maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but
maybe 5.
But there was also a few guys in WWE that automatically were just you're just going to wrestle the women.
Yeah. Well, like Santino.
Santino
would wrestle women.
Or Carmella's valet. What was that guy's name?
I'm drawing a blank there. I don't know who she. Didn't know she had a valet.
She did. It was that. It was that little guy without the chin.
Oh, the fucking the sex offender.
Oh God, he was.
Well, wasn't he texting girls or some shit? The dude with no chin is
Yeah.
What is his name?
Oh, here we go.
There it is. What is it? Yeah, that dude got weird accusations against him, didn't he?
I can't remember this guy's freaking name.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy was weird.
Like Wentworth or something like that.
Ellsworth.
Ellsworth.
Yeah, he got like semi-canceled for a minute.
Yeah, well, he's gone.
Yeah, so it's like, some people are just made to like.
Or Marco Stunt in AEW while he was there. You would use him, you'd pick him up and throw him at somebody, and you're like, all right, I can believe that. But you're not going to have Marco Stunt, do a Canadian Destroyer.
Right. I don't see Marco Stunt beating Luchasaurus.
Hold on, Marco Stunt just did a code red.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
I don't see it happening. So.
But that's what they do sometimes.
But that's the thing. So Rey Mysterio got announced for the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And it looks like Dominic is going to do what Dominic does. Dominic's probably going to attack his dad at the Hall of Fame. And I'm excited for that because I'm a huge mark for Dominic right now. I think he's hilarious. I think everything he does is funny. I love the segments where they would go to like Thanksgiving dinner and beat up his dad, and go to Christmas and beat up his dad, go to Valentine's Day dinner, beat up his dad. You know, I'm all for beating up your father. I'm all for it, especially in public. Just make a mockery of your dad in public. That's my favorite thing. I just love this storyline of him going to jail. Do you
think they skip kayfabe, but when they do the Hall of Fame, he just sits there with a suit on and just sits in the audience with his hands folded?
No, I feel like he has to attack his dad.
The funny thing is, because Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer are having a feud on Impact Wrestling.
We saw that live.
Yep, but they're on Busted Open. And
as best friends.
And a couple of times they broke kayfabe and like, so next week you're going to see an episode of Busted Open. And, we're not the best of friends there right now. Yeah, whatever. They're dancing. They're dancing on the line right there.
Here's the thing. We've kayfabe has supposedly been dead for a little while. It got ruined with the internet and everything. So it's like, I think you have to kind of pick and choose what you want to believe and what you want to.
But when you're doing the splash in the coffee in the face and you're breaking the guy's neck and then you're gonna have a big match,
and then 2 hours later you're filming a podcast together where you're like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?"
Well, they don't know how to play it. You can tell they don't know how to play it because they don't know whether or not they should just.
I think they should just kayfabe it the whole way and just be enemies on the podcast.
Well, no, they're very dry to each other.
They should be like Tom and Jerry, where it's just on site. Could you imagine just Tom and Jerry style, Tommy Dreamer and Bully Ray just going at it every time they see each other, no matter where they're at? You see them in public and you accidentally catch them having dinner, and then they see somebody see them and they gotta like fight. That would just be splendid. I wish kayfabe was a thing, but still.
Well, because I don't want to. Again, every time they're doing it with AEW. AEW is releasing a show where they're going to go behind the scenes.
Yes,
and
I hope they kayfabe it. I hope it's a kayfabe TV show.
No, well, first of all, it's pre-recorded. It's in the can because it's got Red Dragon in it.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, this is from last year because Red Dragon's broken up. Bobby Fish is gone. The other one's gone.
Yeah. Well, I'm just hoping it's kayfabe.
Yeah.
I miss the days when you would get in a plane accident going somewhere with your buddies and you had to pretend like your back was broken and you had to pretend like the guys you were in the plane with aren't your best friends, and then you had to fight that night against the guys that you were flying. Like, I miss those days. I miss the Ric Flair,
the London trip.
Good guys versus bad guys, and them actually hating each other. Like, I don't.
Well, that's why I was so angry when the dude from the Jacksonville Jaguars posted the picture of MJF and Jericho in the middle of Stadium Stampede smiling and there's R.B. Edwards and why would you do that?
What is that shit?
And by the way, Bully Ray was fuming mad about this, and he dedicated like an hour on Busted Open to talking about this, and then the following day,
him and Tommy Dreamer.
No. On Friday, that same week, on Friday is when they have Tony Khan.
Okay.
So it's Bully Ray and Dave LaGreca, and Bully Ray is just like...
Who's Dave LaGreca?
Dave LaGreca is another a big wrestling fan, wrestling analysis. Okay. He's the host of Busted Open.
Oh, okay. He's the main guy.
He's the main guy of Busted Open. And Bully Ray is like, they didn't want Bully Ray on Friday because they knew he was going to keep giving it to Tony Khan. And it's like Tony Khan's there as like a favor.
A special guest.
Right. And
it's an honor to have Tony Khan on our podcast.
And Bully Ray's like, how the fuck are you going to allow, excuse my language, how are you going to allow a guy to put your business out there? Your business is wrestling. Mm-hmm. Your business is the storyline.
Him and his dad own the Jaguars too, so maybe they should find that guy.
Well, that guy
ruining kayfabe.
Well, that guy got fired anyway, I think.
Did he? Oh,
yeah.
Good. Well, that guy.
But that was a picture of Jericho and MJF and Aubrey Edwards and Tony Khan and the Jacksonville Jaguars' entire offensive coaching staff.
See, here's
all smiling in the control room.
Can I have a moment? Can I have a moment and say how I really feel about Tony Khan for a moment?
Sure.
Please. This is a hot take from Marcus right now about Tony Khan. I am very love-hate Tony Khan. Okay? I love the fact, I'm going to have to say the positives first. Okay?
All right. Positives first.
I love Tony Khan because he's trying to make an alternative to WWE. Okay, not everybody's going to watch WWE. Not everybody's going to enjoy WWE. I appreciate the fact that Tony Khan has made an alternative, but the guy is a fucking mark. The guy, I don't get it. You can't be best friends with your employees. You can't be hugging your employees. You can't be letting your employees go on tirades. Like, he has to have some type of control. And the guy is a wet noodle.
Yeah.
The guy is soft.
He's a fan. He's a fan that has a lot of money. And
you gotta maybe hire somebody. Like, you should have kept William Regal around and said, William Regal, you're my HR guy. You're my guy who handles, the feuds and the situations behind the scenes.
He's got a lot of guys.
The tough guy.
He's got a lot of guys back there.
He needs somebody being the tough guy when he can't be the tough guy.
I think he's got Terry Funk.
Because he has Terry Funk?
I thought so. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
I think Terry Funk is past working. I think Terry Funk is... I don't think Terry Funk's in great shape right now.
Yeah, hold on a second.
All I know is Tony Khan needs somebody to be the bad guy when he can't be the bad guy. And more often than not, that guy cannot be the bad guy. And that's a problem. It's becoming an issue.
How old is Tony Khan? Oh, he's 40 years old.
40. A couple years older than us.
Yeah. No, I got him by a couple of years.
Oh, well, I forgot you're old as shit.
Fuck you. All right. We got QT Marshall. No.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Who are the execs?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Not counting the Khan family.
And I mean the real execs, not the fucking Young Bucks playing TV exec kind of.
Nick, they're saying Nick Jackson. They have him listed as a EVP.
Okay.
Matt Jackson EVP.
Okay.
Kyle O'Reilly is still there.
Yeah. He's a backstage guy now.
No, he's got neck injury.
Okay, but what I'm saying is AEW needs somebody to be the bad guy.
Right. And Jerry Lynn, that's what I was thinking.
There we go. Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn should step up and be the guy who says, hey, look, we can't have tomfoolery and shenanigans here. Because right now, Tony Khan is he's soft.
This is a massive roster, though.
They have a huge roster. But my point being, Tony Khan needs to man up, not be so, R.I.P. Brody.
They were calling Brody. They have here Brody as Brody Lee as a on-air personnel. They have him listed.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Arn Anderson, where the hell has he been?
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, back to my point. Am I correct? I feel like I'm correct.
Well, yeah. No, here's what I'll say about that. I'll say it like this. He has a good program, and it's bigger than Impact Wrestling ever was. And the only thing you could compare AEW to is Impact Wrestling.
Right.
Because they were the only ones who ever had big crowds at all. You're never going to get maybe WWE crowds. And Tony Khan is on an interview saying, or maybe it was Cody, that they don't want that. They don't want to feel obligated to have to fill rooms of 70,000 people. But WWE pay-per-views are only 15,000 people, not counting the big ones like, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Royal Rumble. Their rooms are 20,000.
Uh-huh.
The match that they had in Montreal was, you see what I did there?
Uh-huh.
I put a little bit.
Uh-huh.
That Montreal match was only 15,000 people in attendance.
Yes.
They're not bigger than AEW for all intents and purposes. AEW doesn't draw the numbers. AEW does not have the awareness from the entire community. You don't have the casuals.
Okay.
You don't have the casuals. He is not guaranteed to have AEW there forever.
So, in your opinion, how do they get the casuals? How do they get the casuals?
I don't know, because
weren't they doing that with Jericho as the
no, you know what happened. So when Jericho was there was a match, and I think we spoke about this. There was a time when TBS had basically interrupted the normal scheduling of AEW, and so people are watching, basketball finals, and then a match goes right away. AEW and Chris Jericho is wrestling, and he's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Because at a point, during the pandemic, he stopped.
Yeah,
he got fat. And he gets fat when he got the tank top on. So he's not moving in the ring. He can't do his moves. And everyone's going, holy shit, that's Chris Jericho. Where has he been all this time?
We talked about this last episode.
Right. So even with a household name like Chris Jericho, you're like, oh, well, I guess that still doesn't work. Mm-hmm. Who do you bring over there? I would love to see Mercedes Moné over there. I've said that. Okay. And she was in The Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. And you would think that's a household person, because then you can. But no, I don't think it matters.
You know who they need? And you're going to be like, who, what? You know who they need? Yeah. They need to throw a bunch of money at Dave Bautista.
No.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
He's a movie star.
He's still relevant because of the Marvel movies.
Yes, he's killing it. Everybody's having that debate right now. Who is the best wrestler turned movie star? And it's John Cena, The Rock, Batista.
No, Batista not John Cena. The Rock is bigger than John Cena.
But they're all in the same area, Rob, is what I'm saying. So they're all in the contention of whatever the talk. Okay,
you tell me a movie that John Cena's done.
I don't think they're going to get John Cena because he's loyal to Vince.
No, The Rock.
They're not going to get The Rock because he's past doing wrestling stuff.
Yeah, and John Cena's there too.
And Batista is their only real option. He's currently doing the Marvel stuff, so he's relevant.
And he just did another movie, some weird cabin in the woods psycho movie.
Yeah. And he's relevant. He's still young.
Is he young?
He's young enough. He's 50.
That's.
I say they get Dave Bautista. Moné.
Yeah, definitely Mercedes Moné.
All right, let's change the subject a minute real quick.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
We talked about a few things. What?
Ring of Honor. I don't know if that was on your.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Ring of Honor.
Okay, sorry.
I want to talk about something else real quick.
Okay.
We're going to do a.
By the way, I appreciate that you're prepared.
We're going to do a new segment. I like to call this segment One Guy or the Other. Okay?
One Guy or the Other.
So I'm going to name two people.
Is this like the wrestling version of F, Marry, Kill?
Kind of. I'm going to name two people. We're going to go as fast as we possibly can through them.
The Rock will be very nurturing.
You're going to pick the first person that you like over the other.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to All right. So Austin or The Rock?
Oh, The Rock.
Okay. Undertaker or Kane?
Taker.
Dusty Rhodes or Ric Flair?
Flair.
The Miz or Daniel Bryan? Tough one, folks.
Brian.
Sting or Vampiro?
Sting. Come on.
Orange Cassidy or Jungle Boy?
Orange Cassidy.
Mankind or Triple H?
Mankind.
Rhino or PCO?
Actually, I'm going to rewind.
Okay.
Triple H.
He's going Triple H.
You need a good heel. He's the heel of heels.
Okay. Rhino or PCO?
Ooh, Rhino.
Okay.
A little EC dub nostalgia.
Bully Ray or Devon?
Bully Ray.
Matt or Jeff Hardy?
Damn. If you would have asked me before delete, I would have been Jeff, but Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's longevity.
Edge or Christian?
Edge.
Trey Miguel or Chris Bay?
Trey. Ooh.
Aha.
Oh, shh.
I know. That was a good
Oh, man. Chris Bay.
Okay. Alex Shelley or Brian Myers?
Ooh. Alex Shelley, but man,
Okay.
yeah.
Chris Sabin?
He's a good, by the way.
Chris Sabin or Crazy Steve?
Chris Sabin.
Heath or Joe Hendry?
Heath. Yeah, Heath.
Okay. Kenny King or Mike Bailey?
Mike Bailey.
Okay. So that was one or the other. And if we're going to do that, I think every episode we're going to do that little segment where I try to make.
I'm going to have to write one for
try
you.
to make it a little. Okay.
I got to do one for you.
For the next one, let's do that where you make me decide between.
Now, we have a mutual buddy who's an aspiring wrestler, and we've done this with the women, and I can pretty much tell you right now. I could give you one right now with the women.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I gotta write it down. You know, let me write that down. I'll do that for next week.
Okay.
We'll do that for next
we'll
week.
save that for next week.
I mean, my brain went.
You went tired.
Blank.
You went tired real quick. It's okay.
Well, I've got my tea right here, which is energy, but it's searing hot and it's burning my tongue. So.
Okay. Next thing. RoH had its second episode on the 8th.
Yes, and on the second was the first one.
Yeah, I didn't watch the first one because I went through Watch Wrestling and I found it said RoH, so I clicked it. I thought it was the first episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first episode.
You know, you could have lied on that. I wouldn't have known if you had lied or not.
Well, you were in the car when you were trying to do the thing.
Too much info. You're
now we're
breaking.
kayfabe.
You're breaking the fourth wall.
All right,
you're breaking the fourth wall.
Anyway, so I watched the second episode of the brand new RoH.
Yeah.
Tony Deppen versus Samoa Joe was the opening match. For the RoH TV title.
And like part what you were saying earlier, you got this little midget guy.
Yeah,
going against Samoa Joe.
So I was in Dallas last year for WrestleMania weekend that week or so with my boy Bishop. I was trying to get him some matches. He flew in from Wales. He's a big guy. He's like 6'3", 280 pounds, covered in tattoos. Big Welsh guy. We tried to get him a bunch of matches. So we're hanging out at one of the GCW shows, hanging out, and Tony Deppen walks by, and I've seen Tony Deppen before, so I'm like, oh hey Tony, how you doing? My name's Marcus. You know, we talked for a minute and stuff. The dude is short.
It's shorter than me.
He is
shorter than me.
He's a short guy. He's a deathmatch guy. He got into wrestling, doing deathmatch, hardcore stuff. He's pretty experienced. He's a good guy. I love him. He's a nice guy. He's cool. But do I think that he has a chance? This is like the Rey Mysterio thing. Do I think Tony Deppen has a chance to beat Samoa Joe on live television in a wrestling match? No, I don't. Like,
you know who he could beat?
Rey Mysterio.
Alberto Al Patron.
Okay. Anybody should be able to beat that guy.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, be a little more believable, please. I know it's professional wrestling. I know we're supposed to suspend belief and all that stuff, and we're just, But come on, Tony Deppen. Look up how tall Tony Deppen is. Look at his stats. Tony Deppen. and see what his stats are.
He is 35 years old. He's 175 pounds.
How tall?
Wow, they're not putting his height out there. Usually they do it all. That tells you already.
Yeah.
Height.
Yeah.
He's 5'7".
Okay, so he's 2 inches shorter than me, and he weighs about 100 pounds less than me, and he's fighting Samoa Joe. Pull up Samoa Joe stats. I bet you Samoa Joe is 6'2", 300 pounds.
Samoa Joe is 6'2", 282 pounds.
You're trying to tell me that Tony Deppen has a chance to win the title against Samoa Joe?
No, he doesn't have. And also, Samoa Joe has the agility. He knows how to use his body.
The dude's fast. He's just... Why? Why are we doing this? So
he was a savage in Impact.
I mean, it was a good match. It was, it was entertaining. It was wrestling, but also, like, give me a fucking break. So then Samoa Joe wins. He grabs the microphone. He says, I don't have any competition, so I'm doing an open challenge. The next person to come out can fight me for the RoH TV title. The Briscoes music, Reach for the Sky, and Mark Briscoe comes out and he says,
because he's got to vacate the tag belts. So.
Right, he's got to drop those. So he goes, them TV titles is my destiny. So why don't it be me versus you for the... Yeah. So I guess next week we're going to have Mark Briscoe versus Samoa Joe for the RoH TV title, which is cool.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. The guy needs to get his teeth fixed.
Yeah, I mean, that was his gimmick, is that he had no teeth.
I know. Do you know what happened? Did I tell you what happened? How that happened?
No. How did he lose his front teeth? It wasn't a match.
Yeah, his brother Jay was swinging back a chair to hit somebody, and he hit him right in the mouth and knocked his teeth out.
And they never decided to, put him back in, huh?
Nope. He just decided, now I have no front teeth.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've never seen a match where he didn't have the 3 teeth missing in the front.
Yeah, so his brother took a chair and knocked his teeth out.
Jesus.
All right, the next match that I watched was it was a 3 versus 3. They did a little promo backstage. It was Dalton Castle and the boys.
Yeah.
Which Dalton Castle did a great promo. He's very entertaining. He makes me laugh. Sometimes you just want to laugh while watching wrestling, and that guy does it. It was those three versus Marcus Cross, Guillermo Rojas, and I didn't get the third guy's name. They weren't like a big deal or anything, so it's not like... But it was an entertaining 3-way match, They did all the spots that everybody likes. They did the whole, Dalton did his thing and all that. So, what do you think?
I like the match. I like it. I like Samoa Joe is a great heel.
We're not talking about Samoa Joe.
Oh, wait, I apologize. I had a brain fart there. Just hit me up with the question one more time. I am so sorry.
Dalton Castle and the boys.
Oh, yeah. Dalton Castle and the boys.
This is the 3 guys that are doing a trios match.
I'm not a fan of Dalton Castle. I'm not.
I know. What'd you call him? The fruity guy?
Yeah, that's what he is. He's the
eccentric guy.
Yeah.
Don't be mean. Come on.
Yeah,
Listen, okay? Dalton Castle cracks me up. We'll skip that match because you obviously didn't watch it.
I just don't. I never cared for Dalton Castle. It's the same gimmick as on Impact Wrestling with what's her name, the trans wrestler.
There's a trans wrestler in Impact?
Yeah, Shaw, Giselle Shaw.
Giselle Shaw's trans?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh boy.
I didn't know that.
You got to reevaluate who you beat your meat to.
Well, good thing I don't beat my meat to professional wrestlers.
There you go.
So
there you go. Yeah, no.
I mean,
no, but it's the same.
Okay, hold on. I can't lie. Tony Storm caught me one time when I was having a bad day, and I might have.
Tony, no. You would have to do Saraya.
Anyway, Tony Storm is a beautiful woman. Anyway, sorry, let's keep going. So first off, I didn't know that Giselle Shaw was trans, but
yes,
it doesn't matter to
no,
me. I don't care.
No.
Anyway, SAP, Serpentico and Angelico, they are the Spanish announced project, SAP, versus RoH and his brother Dralistico, Dralistico, or whatever. It was a pretty entertaining match. I like RoH. He makes he makes me laugh, and he's funny. Did you know Angelico is from South Africa?
Angelico.
Helico. Yeah, that guy.
Yes, the one who was really big in early AEW and then kind of disappeared.
Yeah, he just disappeared. He was doing his thing, and then they just...
And he was like a luchador, but he's not because he's like a white dude, and I never understood.
He's a really tall white dude.
Yeah, he can wrestle, though.
He's like 6'5".
He can really wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like anything with him. He's another example of a guy who can wrestle, but they don't know what to do with him.
So Serpentico has a pretty astounding record in AEW. He has 100 losses in AEW. How do you feel about him being the opposite of Goldberg? 100 losses. He's 0-100 in his record in AEW. How do you feel about that?
I don't know why we keep the guy around, except I don't know. I don't get it. You think and I was aware of him before. Wasn't he a Ring of Honor?
Yeah, he was a Ring of Honor guy.
And I understand why they have him lose.
I think he was also a Chikara guy.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know. Yeah, I do remember him in Ring of Honor. I was telling you this earlier. I never liked Ring of Honor before because I never knew what the hell I was watching. In other words, you would tune in and it was on like 90 different channels and you don't know what match is the current match or who's doing what.
Well, because they have old episodes airing too, and they're like...
Yeah, it was always mixed in. And the one, you would see RoH and you'd like, is RoH the champion? Okay. Every time RoH is the champion, and it was the same people. It was Vincent, PCO, RoH. You were always guaranteed to see Vincent, PCO, RoH, and Serpentico. But he was winning in Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Here, he's just a jobber. And I feel bad because he's got talent, he's got skill. You're not going to keep anyone around for that long if you don't think he's got skill. But because his matches are so forgettable, he's not really putting anyone over.
Right.
I'm not watching Darker Elevation. I don't have time for that.
Right.
So do something with him.
So after the match, RoH and Dralistico, I don't know why I have such a hard time pronouncing that guy's name. They rip his mask off.
Jalapeno. Oh, they took Serpentico's mask.
Yeah, they took Serpentico's mask. So I wonder if
you see his face.
No, he covers it.
Right, of course.
But I wonder if he's going to do the "I lost my mask" gimmick thing now. You know, I wish that they would kind of, you know. Wow, that's what the guy looks like without a mask.
Yeah, actually was able to find. You can look AEW Serpentico, a.k.a. John Jon Cruz, and he looks...
I can see why he wears a mask.
Yeah, he needs that mask.
So I didn't watch a lot more of the RoH because, you know, you were about to pick me up. We were going to do a podcast. But I guess they're doing Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre again. You know, how many times are we going to have to watch a Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre match? I'm
bored with it. And they always try to make it sound like it's something new. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, they're best of friends. Stop telling me they're best of friends.
They're not friends.
They're not friends. There's two people.
They hate each other.
Yeah.
Like you and me.
But you're one other example of a person I have no business suplexing.
Right. Could you imagine trying to suplex me? We should do that right now. Can you try to, maybe like a German? Maybe a German would, no, that's over your head.
I'm insured, so yeah, you know, a good vacation.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I could suplex you. Rob. All right, we're not going to do that. Let's not get into it. Rey Mysterio was the first announcee for the Hall of Fame. Do you know who number 2 was?
Who?
Muta.
Oh, the Great Muta?
Yeah, the Great Muta. People are saying two masked superstars going into the Hall of Fame. Is there a gimmick to this Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he's wrestled without the mask.
But he's going in as that Muta.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna have some sort of? Do you think we're gonna have only masked wrestlers in the Hall of Fame this year?
Well, let's see.
How cool would that be? Who, if you were picking the Hall of Fame, who would be the third masked superstar that you would have go into the Hall of Fame?
Oh wow.
It's
Chijiri. Well, no, he's not masked, is he?
No. Who's the he does the walk, he does the little walk, the Halloween looking guy. What the fuck is his name?
Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about Hurricane Helms?
No, I'm talking about WCW. He has the whole full body skeleton outfit, black and white, suit. And he has, I forget his friggin' name. I am a terrible wrestling fan. I'd be forgetting people all the time. Let's just do all the Mexicals. Let's have just Psychosis and Juventud. And who else can we do? Masked wrestler. Why are you just looking at random shit while we're trying to have a conversation here?
A random picture came up of Cody Rhodes and his leg. I don't know. That is not a normal angle.
No.
For a leg. That's like, all right. Anyways.
So third masked superstar. Who would you have be the next announcement for the Hall of Fame?
My brain is not functioning today. I cannot think of another masked guy of any worth that's been in WWE. How many can you think of? I mean, we were talking about Grand Metalik being in Ring of Honor and purchasing his name, so he keeps the rights to it.
Sin Cara.
Yeah, but he's not Hall of Fame material, and there was also two Sin Caras, two different guys.
Hunico. The Hunico version of Sin Cara.
You can't you can't do Sin Cara.
All right, so let's just try to name all the masked people. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Psychosis.
Mm-hmm.
Juventud.
Mm-hmm. No, but are we counting Juventud because they bought out WCW?
He had a mask at some point when he was in
WWF. Yeah.
Sin Cara, Grand Metalik. The guy, I can't think of his name. See, he was running around with that mask.
Yeah.
Look up WWE masked wrestlers and see if they have like a list of.
Juventud Guerrera kind of looks like.
I like Hoovy.
Yep.
He kind of looks like Michael Jackson.
No, I was going to say he looks exactly like X-Pac.
Oh, like a Mexican X-Pac.
Yeah, he looks exactly like. Oh, Mick Foley.
Okay, yeah, he was a mask.
Yeah, but
Kane is a.
Right.
There we go.
Mil Mascaras.
Yeah, that guy is cool. Ultimo Dragon.
Dragon.
Is he already in the Hall of Fame?
Kalisto.
Jushin Thunder Liger could definitely go into it if he hasn't already. I don't know why he hasn't. Abyss.
They show.
Rikishi had a mask at one point?
Yeah, I don't know. Daniel Bryan, I don't.
Oh, you know who they should have? El Generico. El Generico should go into the Hall of Fame.
I put in WWE Wrestler's Mask, and he comes up with the Fabulous Moolah.
Okay, she probably had a mask at some time we don't know about.
And Phoenix.
Phoenix.
When was he in WWE?
Oh.
Hold on a second.
I like Phoenix.
Yeah, I guess he was. He was. All right. Yeah. There's
All right,
not a
we'll
lot of
skip it.
choices on that.
So Rey Mysterio and Muta are the first and second. We got Edge versus apparently Demon Balor. Hell in a Cell match coming up. What do you think about that? You think that's going to be a good match? I only say Demon Balor because Finn Balor was hinting that he's like demons, my demons coming out.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to have Demon Balor versus Edge at the Hell in a Cell. What do you think? What do you think of that bullshit?
I obviously, if it's against Demon, if Demon wins, nothing happens. If Demon loses, if you lose as Demon, then what relevancy does your faction have?
Yeah.
And if you win as Demon, does anything really change?
Right. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation on that match.
I would say, okay, great, have Finn Balor win, but then Edge is not going to just leave. Right. And if Edge wins, then Judgment Day looks really bad. Yeah. However, if Edge wins and Rhea Ripley wins, I think you could see the Judgment Day end.
Oh.
Because they're a stupid faction.
Do we want to see the Judgment Day end?
It's you're going to have to, because think about it. I don't even care about WrestleMania. I care about the match after WrestleMania. The Monday after WrestleMania.
is
the best.
Amazing.
It's more important than WrestleMania to me because that's when people come back that have been gone for a while. That's when people are debuted. The audience is insane. That's why I don't think, Cena has that promo with Austin Theory, and he goes, if you win, you lose, and if you lose, you're even worse. And if you win, the audience on Monday night's going to eat you alive. And he's right, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, now you've pretty much outlined that you're going to put this kid over.
Right.
But I don't think anyone could put him over. I really don't think he has no gimmick.
He's somebody I don't see as being anything other than a mid-carder.
And that's it. And he's mid.
Ever.
He is not Randy Orton. Randy Orton's 25 and wins the belt, and you're like, oh, who's this young kid? But Randy Orton did a good job, and he won, 12 more times or what have you. Randy Orton.
Okay, what about Randy?
I bet he comes back that Monday after.
Is he gone out of injury or what?
Let's find out.
Why is he not in right now?
I guarantee AEW star must return to WWE to confirm Randy Orton costing him the United States title 5 years ago. Some stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Why is he away right now?
Let's see. Randy Orton injury.
Does it say?
Has not Matt Riddle dropped it. Yeah, so and no Matt Riddle either.
Orton is dealing with a serious back issue.
22 hours ago, the Bleacher Report. That's November 26th.
Okay.
22 hours ago, November 26th.
Oh. All right.
Wait. Here we go. February 13th. That's only a couple of weeks back or a month back.
Major back injury, buddy.
With the severe back injury. Yeah, severe.
Yeah, so maybe he returns. Maybe he's all healed up and he returns the Monday after WrestleMania.
And also, do we see the return of Big E that Monday after?
I don't think we'll ever see Big E in a ring again.
Yeah, I think that's too much of a risk to put anyway.
At least not in the WWE ring, because we all said that about Paige, and we all said that about Edge.
And Paige didn't take that match where Paige had her career-ending match.
Yeah,
that didn't even look like that hard of a hit. She took a whiplash, right?
She fucked up her neck.
Yep. And
WWE said no more.
And
we'll give you a manager. You're a
manager
GM now. All right, Rob.
She took too many back shots.
All right, folks. That's the end of this podcast. Anything you'd like to talk about before we get on out of here? Is there anything we missed?
I think I'm very hopeful that after WWE will be amazing. The new Ring of Honor looks like a backdoor for AEW and Impact Wrestling because the matches are just Take Impact Wrestling AEW, like 2 blocks of cheese, put them on a cheese grater and sprinkle them out over your entree.
What did Austin say over there? I can't read it from here.
Austin, where?
Oh, there are comments in YouTube on the YouTube thing.
Oh, Edge did it. Brian Page, Lita, all did too.
Yes, yeah, but see, like I don't feel like Big E.
It's too soon. It's too soon.
Here's the thing about Big E. I don't think Big E needs to do it.
He might want to. You're not going to be in that position, in that limelight, being, just recently removed from your belt too. He was a champion not a few months earlier, and then say, "Oh, okay, I'm good. I got the belt once, and that's good enough." I'm in the annals of time as a WWE champion, and I am perfectly happy hanging up the belt and the boots and working at a car dealership promoting Mazdas or Subarus. No, he's going to want to get in the ring.
And sometimes that's not the right decision.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I mean,
I think some people, and I'm not saying Big E is like this, but I think some people don't know when enough is enough.
All right, here's the thing. Could I see him as a manager? Yes.
Sure.
Do I want to see him as a brand ambassador? Yeah, and I agree. He needs time to heal. Big E is too good to not be in the ring, but he was lucky to walk.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. It could have been a draw situation.
Let's use Edge for an example. Okay, did Edge need to come back?
No.
Edge has already had his limelight. He's had his career. He's had a Hall of Fame worthy career.
And his matches in his last 2 years have been forgettable.
And has he done anything since coming back worth the return?
No.
Okay. So I'm not saying Big E's at that point or whatever, because they're two totally different people. Big E's still pretty young, isn't he? Isn't he only like 32, 33, my age or some shit? I don't know. But I just think
what defines need? That's a good question.
That's a good, okay. Maybe.
Let's see how old
That's the thing. I don't really like.
He's 37.
He's 37.
That's on that. That sucks because there's a lot of guys wrestling into their 50s, and now you're going to say to the guy, you've only got like what?
13 years.
Yeah, 13 years.
50.
But you're not. You're going to just.
All right. Well, let him come back and let him wrestle, I guess, if he wants to. When I know, like, okay, here's the thing that I have with Daniel Bryan. All right. Daniel Bryan has some head injuries, some neck injuries, some issues like that. Every time that guy gets hit with something, I cringe a little bit because I'm like, oh, he's got kids at home. Why is he doing this?
Let's see. Hold on. He goes, when he left after May of 27, he had a Hall of Fame career, but this whole return has been all him giving back to the newer talent. Yeah, it looks like they're using Big E as a brand ambassador. And
no, he's talking about Edge.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
Edge giving back to.
Well, he has been, but that whole thing of the Judgment Day, which is what Edge came back for, and he came in the purple suit.
Okay.
And he had the purple flying wings, and then Edge, they had to rewrite it. And they go, oh, what the hell is the Judgment Day? What does it even mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, dude, I get it. You're swerving, but Jesus, this was your promo. That means at some point in writing, in developmental, whatever you want to call it, in the staff room, they went, hey, how about this? We're going to put you in charge of a bunch of goth kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who is it? Well, Rhea Ripley. Well, there's your goth. What about the other one, Damian Priest? Okay. Well, he's a Puerto Rican guy with tattoos.
But he's also a goth guy.
He's a goth guy, kind of.
Yeah, he always had the dark.
Yeah, and we're going to give you Dominic Mysterio.
Okay, listen, I don't know. You're a hater of my man's Dominic, okay? Dominic did hard time, okay? He came back.
Lord.
His dad wrongfully put him in jail. Okay, he did hard time. He missed mommy for like 3 days.
Hold on. Here's what I'm hoping. Here's what I'm hoping for that.
Stop disrespecting.
Here's what I want to see on that.
Okay, Big Dom.
I want to see.
Is Big Dom.
He's never kissed her once. What I want them to reveal is that they never did anything. I want them to go, oh yeah, she just used them. I want her to get on stage. She goes, Dom, we've never did anything. You bloody well better not touch me. You're disgusting, and wash your hands.
Why would they do that?
Oh,
That's just such a
because
silly
once
thing.
she gets the belt, she's not going to need them anymore. I guarantee. Once she wins the belt, and she will, she's going to dump them because
What's the point?
it's because she doesn't need them. She can go out there and be. She's already over. Rhea Ripley is over.
Sure.
But the other three are losers. Dom is a heat magnet. He's there to be obnoxious. Fine. The other two are forgettable. Damian Priest is.
Dom's been to prison. Okay,
Yeah.
show Big Dom some respect.
So yeah, look. The fact that his butthole's been rearranged and he's had he's had his salad tossed. That's wonderful. But I don't care.
Rob, this is a PG show.
What I talked about tossing salad.
Rob, this is a PG. It's 12 show. What is that? Read the comment.
All right, it was definitely a rough start, but they're finding their place. Rhea is amazing. Dom's whole Eddie thing is a poetic as fuck.
Yeah, thank you.
Honestly, Balor is the odd man out to me. Damian Priest is the odd man out to me because he's there to be a heavy. He's there to be the big guy, but he adds the least. Once Dom gets to a point of no return where he's just obnoxious, and you go, okay, well, you're obnoxious. We get the gimmick. Rhea Ripley has the talent. Finn Balor has the talent. Damian Priest, not as. He's mid. It's the only guy. The only two there who are not mid is Balor and Rhea Ripley. The other two are just two mid guys who are never. And Dom is not even mid. Calling Dom mid is promoting him.
Finn Balor is the odd man out. Finn Balor is the odd man out.
So do you want Edge to take it over again?
No. This is what I want.
It's the Hot Topic crowd.
I want Bray Wyatt. I want Bray Wyatt to be the winner of the Judgment Day. And then they can
screwed him over.
They can have him be the winner of the Judgment Day with Uncle Howdy, and as soon as they all get together, Uncle Howdy takes his mask off, and it's the little brother.
Yes.
Bo Dallas. So it's Judgment Day with Bray Wyatt as the leader and Bo Dallas.
Well, here's the thing. Why is it that the Uncle Howdy thing is so awesome? Why are they just like dragging it out?
It's just another personality of Bray Wyatt's.
No. But what I'm saying is, why have they done anything good with that? Like LA Knight.
Yeah.
Well, that was stupid with the neon match.
They messed that up. Mountain Dew blackout match bullshit.
That was terrible.
It was terrible.
And also, they're not using him right now.
But Bray Wyatt leads Judgment Day, kicks out Finn Balor. Says fuck off Finn Balor. Bray Wyatt, who's the tall guy?
I just said it.
You said he doesn't bring anything to the table. He's supposed to be a big guy.
Yeah.
And then Dom Ripley.
You see, you can't even remember his name.
I know. I have fog brain with the allergy issues. And then
Damian Priest.
So Damian Priest, Bo Dallas, Rhea Ripley, Dom, and Bray as the.
In other words, you make a goth faction.
Sure,
that's it. It's a goth faction, but
it's the kids from South Park.
Yes,
it's the goth kids from South Park. Yes, and they just run tough shot on. Listen, you know what I miss about older wrestling? I miss everybody getting their ass kicked backstage. What I miss about old wrestling is I want to see people get interviewed and 6 dudes come up and just beat the dog shit out of them.
They still do that.
And they just, no, but I want it I want a segment dedicated.
Hold on. Here we go.
Hold on. I want a segment dedicated every week to somebody getting interviewed and Judgment Day with Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas just roughshotting everybody who... They can't even get words in.
That's it. That's what he was asking about. You said earlier, no, Bray Wyatt, there's no news on him. Yeah. He did leave. Bray Wyatt did walk out. Bray Wyatt did walk out on the MSG show. A house show. And he's no-showed.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't work anymore. But still, in my little, dream booking, armchair booking, opportunity, that's what I would do. Is I would put Bray Wyatt as the leader of Judgment Day. I would kick him from there, and I would add Bo Dallas, and it would be the greatest faction of all time.
Oh no, and they're saying that he just missed because he was injured.
There you go. Greatest faction of all time. I like whispering into the mic. It makes it more serious.
Well, that's another one you won't believe. Bray Wyatt versus Ashley. Lashley, I just don't see.
I don't see. What's the point of that? Lashley should retire. Well, listen, 5 seconds left on the.
All right.
Hold on, we're not done. We're just gonna pause this one.
Well, we're still live here.
Yeah, we're live here. We're just gonna have to take a little break on the anchor. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep talking about this because I want to keep talking about. Listen, more people need to get jumped backstage. More people need to get beat up backstage. I like factions, okay? And if you have a good faction that's running roughshod on people, I want to see more people get their ass kicked backstage before they got their words out. Oh, yeah, we got to go to Wise Guys. Do you want to go to Wise Guys? You want to go tell some jokes? We're going to go tell some jokes, folks. I totally forgot that Wise Guys was an option. We got to go hurry up and get over there. We're going to go do some comedy. So next week, you're going to write a segment for me because we did the 1 star or the other. So we're going to have another couple of new segments next week. Check in. We're going to be doing the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live or something. Come hang out. What is that?
Be safe, guys.
Okay, yes. Hey, Austin, thank you, buddy, for hanging out. If you could maybe share this and tell some people about it, we're going to try to have a pretty good segment next week.
And also, I've got what we're going to do like this. I've got the green screen, everything. We'll get it set up all night.
Oh, cool. And then we can have actual stuff that we're talking about behind us.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. So we're going to do this again at Rob's. Thanks for hanging out and watching this thing. And please give it a share or something.
All right.
Love you guys.
Deuces.
No, I want this.